So I've received a lot of questions from subscribers, viewers, followers who ask me, well, should I quit my job and start a business? And when you look at it on Google, every time there's millions and millions of people who type that question into Google every single day. Should I quit my job and start a business? And for one thing, there's a lot of talk around should I do this and should I do that? And it's fascinating how we ask a question in that way. Should I start a business? Should I leave my job? Should I fill in the blank? And the reason why I want to bring that to your attention is because all this talk around should I mean, we have been programmed so much by society, by our teachers, by authorities, people and institutions we deem as authorities, telling us what we should and should not do. And so we walk around with these perceptions about our career, perceptions about ourselves and our potential and our capabilities. And our perceptions are largely made up of other people's perceptions. And when we hear them, we kind of just passively adopt them as our own. And so that's why we have a lot of language around should I do this and should I do that. And so instead of saying should I start a business, really what it comes down to is a values question. Why are you starting a business? Why are you wanting to quit your job? Right? What is it that you are passionate about? The area and the arena in which you will have your most optimized income producing activities and your greatest fulfillment is at the intersection between what you are passionate about and what is your purpose. Right, so take some time to discover for yourself what is the purpose for your life. Right? And the purpose of your life is going to be fueled by what you are deeply interested in and that which will drive you. And also where you are going to be, that is also where you're going to be able to make the greatest contribution, the most meaningful contribution out in the world. And this is what it is all about. So the question about should I quit my job and start a business? That's one consideration. On the other hand, if you look at the direction, the new economy today, and this happened before the global pandemic, even it started around the 2008 recession, where full-time jobs are disappearing. Right? Companies are downsizing, they are outsourcing full-time jobs, they are taking full-time jobs and eliminating them by breaking them down into projects or smaller tasks. If you consider all of that, it is actually more crucial now to develop business skills. It is more crucial now to make sure that our career is recession-proof. Right? And so I actually talked about that. If you look on the link below, you'll see a video that I had released recently, and it's all around managing career transitions. So I encourage you to go and watch that video where I talk about how to manage your career transition so that you can ensure that your career is recession-proof. Right? And so for the purpose of this video, in terms of should I quit my job and start a business, on one hand, it is a values question. On the other hand, it is one thing you can do for yourself to ensure that you are recession-proofing your career and you are recession-proofing your professional destiny. Because when you start your own business, when you are able to figure out who it is that you are going to serve at the highest level and what it is you are going to offer to serve them at their highest level, that is when you can literally write your own ticket. And you can write your own ticket, which means that you can have the time freedom. You will eventually develop the financial freedom that you desire for yourself and for your family, and you will also be able to have greater ability to contribute to the causes you care about. Right? And so that is the one avenue where you can take back that control. You see, if you continue working for a company, if you continue to work in the employment. Oh, excuse me, my food has come, so let me just grab the food and I will continue our conversation. Okay, so where do we leave off? If you're at the point in your career where you are asking this question, should I start a business? Understand this, right? But at some point in your employment journey, right? Maybe you start to feel like venturing out on your own, right? That is a part of your inner voice telling you something, right? Because here's the thing. When I was in my career journey, there came a point after my PhD where I knew I wanted to get to the higher level. I knew I wanted to make more money. I knew I wanted to have a greater contribute on my fullest potential. But the only thing I knew how to do was to scour over job postings and get a job, because that's what they tell you. You got to go to school, get good grades, and get a good job. Well, I submit to you that having a job is not the only way to make money. Right? finding a job is not the only way to elevate your income. But that's what I did because that's the only thing I knew how. And hundreds of job applications. I was scouring over so many job postings, so many online job boards, and not a single job posting spoke to my heart. Not a single one did I feel like that is what I see myself doing. That is really where I feel inspired. That is really what I want to be doing. I never felt that way about a single job posting. So if you have this question in your mind right now, pay attention to it. Right? It's kind of like there's a part of your soul that is wanting to go into the wild. Kind of like having a lion. You can domesticate a lion by raising a lion in a home, but you can't remove the wild out of that lion. So even though your environment, maybe you grew up and your parents were not entrepreneurial, right? They all had jobs, they were all pursuing job security. And so just because your spirit is telling you something you were meant for more, right? You want more impact, right? You want to have something deep rooted that you know that this is what you were meant to do, right? But you've been in the corporate world. And all the examples around you were all around getting a job, getting a stable paycheck, and saving for retirement. And that's the only model you knew how, right? The career journey you've had so far was modeled by other people. It doesn't mean that that is your destiny. It doesn't mean that that's the only thing that you were destined to do and that you aren't going to be successful in a different area. So pay attention to that voice and ask yourself, what is it? Discover for yourself what it is that is the purpose for your life. What were you put here to do? And if you need help with that, I also have some videos on how you can discover your purpose and the process that you can begin to discover for yourself what you truly feel inspired to do and who you feel truly inspired and able to help. So in summary, I encourage you to look for those. You can look out for those videos, and also the link below to that video to managing career transitions, and that will really help you to get started on your journey, to have more clarity. If you are feeling that question inside of you, your spirit telling you to contribute more, and you're asking that question, there is something more to it. So give yourself permission to explore that to a deeper level, right? And don't just put it on the wayside, because you have that there for a reason. That desire has been surfaced and you're now aware of it for a reason. So don't ignore it, and I am here to encourage you all along the way. And if there's any way that I can help you, reach out to me as well. And we will see you in the next video. And again, if you liked what I'm hearing and you want to learn more, then I invite you to subscribe, to ring that bell below, subscribe to my channel so that you can receive a notification each time I upload a video. And as well, also comment below, what are some other questions you have? What are some challenges that you are facing in your career path as you are exploring this avenue of moving into entrepreneurship? Right? Comment below, what are your questions? What are your challenges? Because I read every single one of them, and sometimes I answer questions just like this. I answer some of your questions, so I look forward to hearing from you, and I look forward to celebrating your successes and to acknowledge you from the top.